ZXL Flash Report.
Si MP Attorney Omar Yasser Sema, Deputy Speaker ng BARM. Attorney, magandang hapon po. Narinig niyo naman po yung breaking news or alam niyo na ho ba, may kopya na ho ba kayo?
Wala pa ho kaming kopya, pero narinig na ho namin yung balita at umaalingaw-ngaw na nga ho sa social media yung naging decision ho ng Supreme Court.
Ano po yung inyong stand dito, Attorney?
Well, from the very beginning, kasi alam niyo ho ito, the issue that hounded us is yung restricting, but this emanated from the exclusion of the province. But nonetheless, yun na nga ho, nagkaroon ho ng redistricting. From the very beginning ho, sinasabi ho namin, me as representative of the Moro National Liberation Front, that there is no need to reallocate the seats allotted for Sulu. Kasi ho, yung Republic Act 12123, hindi naman ho command yung binigay sa Bangsamoro Transition Authority na i-reallocate yung 7 seats allotted for Sulu. We were given the discretion to decide whether or not we will reallocate, and we have taken the difficult position na hindi na ho dapat i-reallocate. We proceed with the number of seats that are available, and I think that's the very essence of our position.
Attorney, sabi kasi dito unconstitutional yung Bangsamoro Autonomous Act 77. Tapos
Pati 58 po.
yes, oo nga.
Pati 58 po.
Pati 58 labag din daw sa batas. I mean, honestly no, kumusta yung sa ganitong desisyon ng Supreme Court yung BTA ng BARM?
Well, there is a lot to learn. Marami hong matututunan diyan sa naging desisyon ng Supreme Court. Makikita ng BTA how we do things and realize na probably there are things that need to be improved on our legislative process. Actually, pangatlo na ho yan na mga decisions, na mga batas na na-declare as unconstitutional, no? Unang-una ho yung division ng dalawang munisipyo. It was declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. And now here comes DAA number 58 and 77. So, ibig sabihin, baka may problema sa proseso namin.
Okay lang naman po kayo or...
Hindi ho. We need to learn, we need to reassess and know that alamin namin yung kung ano yung dapat namin tutukan ng pansin at pag-igihan, lalong-lalo na yung aspect of public consultation, yung pakikinig sa pulso ng taong bayan sa mga ginagawa na mga batas.
Okay, so dahil po may hindi na po matutuloy yung eleksyon, no? Medyo naurong na siya for next year. Ano po yung mga paghahandang ginagawa po ninyo diyan, Attorney Sema?
Well, to be frank ho, kami ho sa Bangsamoro Party, the political party of the Moro National Liberation Front, we are totally affected by the decision. Kasi ho kami, we are relying on campaign contributions and donations, no, from our supporters. And yung naging kalabasan nga ho nito, medyo maapektuhan yung relationship namin with our contributors, no. We need to account for the contributions that they have political party. We need also to ensure that they will continue to support us, no? With this 4 months that is given practically for us to prepare for another campaign, we need to ensure na yung mga supporters namin ay nandyan. High yung moral nila dapat, hindi dapat bumaba yung moral nila. And we will continue to engage our constituents on this matter and continue to present to them our party platforms, programs, and visions for the Bangsamoro.
Attorney, honestly, nakakaramdam pa kayo na binibigyan pa rin kayo ng autonomy or pinakikialaman na naman kayo?
Well, hindi ko sasabihin na pinakikialaman. Ang punto ko kasi is itong naging desisyon ng Supreme Court or itong naging issue sa Supreme Court is born out of also of what we have done in the Parliament. So yung result ng desisyon ng Supreme Court ay may kadahilanan ho na yung ginawa namin na batas, no? And we need to respect also the Supreme Court in its decision and ensure na pag-aaralan namin yung decision and we could learn a lot of it and apply it in how we do things in the Bangsamoro Park.
So March 31, 2026. Okay po ba o medyo matagal?
May mga mangyayari ho kasi diyan in between may mga religious calendars din ho kami in between now and March. Nandiyan ho yung nandyan din yung Hajj. And I believe March will be the start of the Hajj. So medyo may pitan sa oras.
Sa the letter niyo, last na lang. Sa tingin niyo yung March 31 baka magkaroon pa ng conflict?
Posible ho. Posible pa ho yan. Hindi natin din-discount na maging may ipit naman yung oras natin because yun na nga, February to March ho kasi is Ramadan. And what follows will be the Hajj already. So medyo hipit sa oras for us Muslims, no? But of course, it's a political. It's provided for. Will be provided for by law.
Attorney,
no, hindi naman siguro mahuhulog yan sa March. Baka pwedeng ihulog yung election January, ganyan.
aapila kayo?
Hindi na ho kasi ko mismo I fully agree with the decision of the Supreme Court.
Okay, pero dahil nga po sa tingin niyo yung March 31 ay maipit, sana mas maaga.
Sana mas maaga ang mangyayaring halalan. Or tignan na ho kasi yung posibilidad na I have to be frank on this. Kailangan akong tignan yung posibilidad na baka longer than March 31 yung magiging period ng halalan, but it would require a national law for that matter.
Okay. Attorney Omar Yestersema, Attorney, maraming salamat lagi po kayong available sa amin. Mabuhay po kayo, mabuhay po ang BARM. Magandang hapon po.
Salamat ho, Ma'am Lourdes, at maraming salamat sa mga tagapakinig.
DZ